started, I think it was the end of February.
Okay.
Yeah, so a few months in now. So when
Awesome.
did you start? Just now? Just like
Just like 2 weeks ago.
oh, it's so
Last
exciting.
week, I think. Yeah, she just
And my brain with the summer schedule with the kids, I'm like, I don't know what day it is.
I know, right? Oh, that's great. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got some homework for you to get going with.
Good. The only thing I've done so far is my husband and I both thought we were getting like a little sickness from traveling. And so I was like rubbing stuff on his, like the On Guard stuff on his feet and on my feet. And I'm like,
Oh, good.
I don't know what else to do, but I know that that's something to do.
Yeah,
So that's why I
you
need to
can
learn
diffuse
more.
it too if you have a diffuser.
Oh, well, so I'm nervous about the diffuser because I have cats. So I don't want to like do anything that's going to harm them.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to dive into like
Research and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's mostly the oils if they're in an enclosed space are more of an issue for pets. Like if they're like, oh, right, or if you're putting it on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I can try to, I have a book with me, I think, that talks a little bit about the pet factor. But
Cool.
I don't think it's like a big thing. Like if it's, the diffuser doesn't travel that far. And if your house, like that room you're in, looks pretty open, or if you keep your cats out of your bedroom at night, you could run it at night, something like that.
Okay.
I'm not the hugest expert yet on that pet stuff, but people
will
ask. Yeah. People
so
right away started asking. I'm like, oh.
It's because you know what? It happened, like it was all over Facebook. It was like one of those posts that like people kept sharing and sharing and sharing. And it was like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to get into oils, but I don't want to my cats. Something like that. Or they got really sick or something. And so I heard it was lavender. So I'm like, oh, no, I love lavender, but I want to use lavender.
Yeah. And that's one thing I actually researched is lavender is actually very safe. It's just people use them wrong is the problem.
And that was my other thing with using the oils that I have used so far. I'm like, am I doing this right? Am I putting too much on? Like everything says 2 to 3 drops and I feel like I'm like shaking it and like putting it all over everything. Like this isn't right.
Yeah, Marisa always says less is better. So like 1 to 2 drops I usually start with. It seems to work. It seems to be enough.
Good to know. Well, and then so then would you use less on kids?
Yes. There's a whole dilution chart that I could send it to you if you don't have it, Bridget. There's like a dilution chart. Like basically it depends on their age. Mm-hmm. But like most people don't recommend on babies before 3 months, but then you can start like with a 1% dilution at 3 months. And then just, it goes up the older the child gets.
Oh, cool. Is it in the kit thing or is it like something separate that you have?
I doubt it's in there.
It's in that. It's in the medicine cabinet webinar.
Oh, I don't know if I know about that.
But I can send you, I could probably just take a screenshot of it and send it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found a little video on it too. I can add to our YouTube channel. I don't have it all memorized.
Me neither. I have to look at it every time. I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, though, to be honest, like as much as like there are warnings that we should follow, and definitely with kids, you don't want to just start slapping it on them. But like, I mean, I've definitely used some undiluted, and the worst thing that happens, and it's just for a few oils, is that they kind of feel like they're burning your skin because they're creating so much like circulation. So like cinnamon or oregano, you're gonna feel it. But frankly, I mean, you're gonna learn your lesson and it'll be all over in about 10 minutes. So it's not like it's gonna kill you. These are good things to learn, but yeah, and the pet thing is a good thing to learn. But I think things like that do get circulated, these few cases that
people use
really sour. Yeah. But for the most part, I mean, I put a lot of things on straight still. And I can't use a lot of drops. Not like 10, but I don't know. I just, even when
sometimes
I make blends, I don't know. Yeah, it just comes out. Yeah. And when I make blends, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, it doesn't feel as potent to me, or maybe like, you make a whole blend and then you're sort of stuck with it. Whereas if you just mix it yourself in your hands, you can do whatever you want that day. So I use a lot of them still pretty intensely, and I haven't had any problem yet. So I have burned myself with some cinnamon. But
1 drop, like if I held it like this and like tipped it over and then what was on my finger, would that be like 1 drop?
That might even be a little bit less than 1 drop.
Yeah. It might not even be
because the 1 drop is like if you hold your palm and you're just kind of like, and 1 drop comes out. That's like a full drop.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was doing. I was just like tipping it over like this, like rubbing it on her feet because I heard the foot is like a good place to put stuff.
I think I sent you, Jessica, a little guidebook in that. Did you get my packet from me? I hope so.
Did. I have not opened it.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. But I think
it's summertime. I'm trying to be like not
present. No, that's okay. Yeah. I think I sent you a little booklet with some recipes and stuff. And I think that Bekah is sending you Marise's book. So that should have some of that basic safety stuff as well. So yeah. Okay, well, let's dig in. So I want to always start with celebrations, and there's only a few of us, so we'll just start us here. So Erin, you have a lot to celebrate this month. Can you share?
I had a good month, which I'm happy about because May was super slow because I was traveling a lot. But I finally got my webinar together for the Medicine Cabinet webinar and made 5 sales from it just in like a week.
So exciting.
And it was a $275 price point. So I think that was pretty good. One of them downselled. I did like a little downsell page because I kind of copied Marisa, that if they went to close out of the $275 page, that it would downsell to the Family Essentials kit for $150. And I had one of those. So most people picked the more expensive kit.
And you'll make some nice quick start off all that.
I know. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So, and I feel it's just nice. Like I worked really hard on it and I was really afraid I wasn't going to make any sales, but I was like, yay.
Yeah.
So I'm on to the next one that you and I are going to do together.
Yeah. We're going to do one. And then you made Elite, right? Is that what you level?
I did. I made Elite this month.
Yeah. They're going to send you a little pin.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I supposed to say? I'm going to wear this pin around.
I know, right? I know. I was talking to Marisa yesterday and she was like, yep, now you got to get Premier. And then is it Premier where you get the charm bracelet or is that silver? I don't know.
What am I anything for Premier? So I guess not. Yeah.
Okay. Must be silver.
Yeah.
Is there like a flow chart thing or like a YouTube video that kind of like shows all this, like how
if you search compensation plan or ranks, right, Bridget?
Yeah. I can show one picture right here on here. It's very hard for me to memorize these for some reason, but I can share my screen and share real quick. Because it's probably good to go over that even if people watch this recording.
I know that was one of, and then is that what am I on something? Am I on that thing or am I just I don't know where.
You haven't sold anything yet. I don't know. I think you may be
a consultant.
Okay.
Or am I getting mixed up with Beauty Counter?
I know, right? Oh, here's all the Wellness Advocate. That's the first level.
So did I sign up to be a wellness advocate?
You're a wellness advocate.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the next one is manager. When you have 500 points of sale under you. So you might already be a manager because we moved all those customers under you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So do I need to contact them or give them my info or?
Oh, no. They sort it all. So if Bekah moved all those people properly, which I think she did, that's why I said we can start building that volume under you. And always at any level you make fast start when you sell something like Erin just sold those kits for the first 60 days, she makes 25% of all that. But then as you get into some higher levels, you get other bonuses. It's a lot to go over today because the compensation is a little complex, but let's see. So Erin just made Elite, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she did her 100 PV purchase, which we all have to do, and she had an overall volume of $3,000 or PV in her team. So she reached Elite level.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I last month reached Premier level by having at least 2 teams with 2,000 plus an extra 1,000, so that's 5,000. And at this point, you start to make about $600 or $700 a month, so it starts to become worthwhile.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like the first few months, you're like,
The first 2 months, you're just getting your training wheels on. You're making some sales, hopefully. There isn't much to show for it, but I think you're learning.
Yeah.
And then this is a pretty big leap here. So when you go from premier to silver, you're making, I think, more like $2,000 a month.
Yeah, I think that's when you start making $2,000 a month.
Dang.
Yeah. So it is helpful to learn.
I mean, Bridget, you've only been in since January or something, right? So
I think February.
You're almost to the place where you're going to be making $2,000 a month. That's pretty good. Pretty
fast.
fast.
That's frankly, Jessica, that's because we're on Marisa's team. That's a lot. I mean, obviously me and Erin are awesome too, but
Marisa's awesome.
Sorry.
But we get a lot of, we're like on the speed track because we learn from her and she gives us a lot of leads and stuff like that. So we're definitely on the speed track. So I'm going to try to reach silver in July, which is crazy. And I really would not. If I was doing this on my own, I'd be so clueless. So it's pretty awesome. And then it just keeps going up from there. And the compensation structure can be a bit complicated, but in the beginning, you just have to learn to start sharing the oils, what else would you say, Erin, are some important things?
Make sure that you've made, like, this is what really helped me and helped keep me on track, is make sure you make that 100 list, which maybe you've already done that. Like the 100 list of people that you think you'd want to either share oils with, or some of those people may be really good builders for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I sent you those instructions yet, Jessica, because we were going to meet, but I'll send it to you.
On my email. I remember seeing something about a 100 thing, but it might have just been you saying that was what we were going to do.
That we were going to do. Okay, I'll make sure that you got the instructions. And also in that packet of papers, there's some talk of the 100 lists. But I would agree with Erin. It really helps you get focused, like, okay, who am I going to contact? Who am I going to talk to about this?
Well, like you and I were talking about, Bridget, like some days, because you don't see money right away and you're just building, sometimes it's nice to look at your goals as like, oh, I contacted 2 people today, to feel like you're moving forward, and meeting goals.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, well, let's keep celebrating. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, Jessica, I know you just started, but I would love for you to celebrate your starting and this week, if you want to say a few words about that.
I don't have anything. No. Thank you. Just drop it down.
I'll celebrate for you that you have how many kids? 4 or 5 kids? 4 kids.
Yeah.
And you're like doing this new project and you just have a big heart for it. I can already tell. And you're just into the wellness lifestyle and like it's amazing. So I have a lot of excitement about you joining this team and what it's gonna look like. Yeah.
I know.
And you already said you're using them.
So
that's
I'm
a win.
Little nervous that like you guys all seem like you're so awesome and I won't like get up there. So that part kind of makes me.
Okay. You need to read a book.
Which one?
Mindset book, right, Bridget?
What's it called? Just called Mindset book?
There's so many good ones. Well, the two that Marisa recommended to me, I think, was GoPro.
Oh yeah, that's a
and
good
the
one.
Slight Edge, maybe. I would recommend the Slight Edge. That was really good. Okay. But it's all about mindset, because I think we all feel like that at first, because there's a lot to learn. Mm-hmm. And you're like, am I ever going to know all this? And one of the things that Marisa said was, I didn't know what I was talking about when I first talked about oils. She's like, I just did my best. And if I didn't know what someone asked me, I said, I'd tell them, I'd find out, Just like you asking us about the cats. We're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, really. And what's so pretty impressive about doTERRA is all sorts of people have reached very high ranks. Marisa tells, I don't know if she told you this, she's got someone on her front line with 8 kids. It's
my gosh.
Crazy. And she's doing really super well. So anybody from any walk of life can do it. And Erin and I, even though we have an online business, gone through our lumps. We both had a good month last month, but we've had some hard months of trying to figure all this. It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new world. So you have to learn it, but it's worth it. Yeah, because the money can come in pretty quickly once you get rolling.
Yeah, once you get rolling. And then it's just really fun because I think once it's part of your business too, you're just, like Marisa always says to do, like just have it be part of your life every day. So using the oils every day, because then you become more and more passionate about it. Mm-hmm. And it's so much easier to talk authentically about it to everyone you see.
That was one of the things that made like the big push for me to do it, was because we were on vacation and like my son was having some issues, and then I was like, I bet you there's oils for this stuff. And then, like I said, when we got home, we all kind of felt like scratchy throat kind of stuff. And I'm like, I bet you there's something that'll knock this out. So I'm like, like, that's how I think, but I just don't have the knowledge in there yet. So I know once I get that, I'll probably feel more confident, but then it's like, I just need time.
Yeah.
Like I need that time to like set aside to just sit and do. So I feel caught up from vacation, which is good. So now I just need to sit and learn. Yeah. And so that's like kind of that's on my to-do list for the next week or two.
Yeah, you could set like a certain amount, like minutes you want to read a day, like 20 minutes, and then maybe another 10 minutes a day you work on some admin stuff, like getting into your account or making your 100 list or whatever. So yeah, I can support you more with that for sure.
Is there an account that I have that's online, like a little back end thing?
You have an account. Becca should have sent you a password because she's the one who made your password.
I haven't.
You have it?
I haven't got
Oh, okay. You better ask her for
okay.
your password is. So since she made it for you, she's the only one who has it right now. So, yeah, just reach out to her. I know she was enrolling a lot of people, and she's still new at this too. Or all new at this.
I love that.
We're all supporting each other in our newness.
I love that.
So I'll celebrate. I also finally did well from a webinar this month. I think I got 3 or 4 people right away. And then I stuck the webinar up on my podcast just for the heck of it. And I got another 2 or 3 more. And I was totally stoked. So we had a couple fumbles with I use a Google form to collect their credit card and stuff. And one lady has an error with her credit card, and she's not answering. I don't know. We can't get a hold of her. So, there's been some stumbles where I'm like, how many people did I actually get? Cause it's been a little glitchy, but yeah, I was super excited about that. And what else happened last month? I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, you reached Premier. That's kind of a big milestone.
I think I did that in May, right?
Premier?
Yeah, I think I did that in May.
Oh, I thought you did it this month. Okay.
No, but no, it was a good month for volume and supporting you guys. And yeah, Jessica joined. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I think it's easy when we start celebrating to start being like, well, this didn't go right, but no, a lot of things went great. And I want to dive into a little bit about what's coming up in July, because there's a lot coming up. And as people watch this, I want them to catch it. So I also made a Facebook group for us. It takes 2 seconds, I realized. So I was like, oh, that was pretty easy. So Erin, I added you, but Jessica, I don't think you and I are friends on Facebook yet. So I didn't add you yet, but I will share the group, and I put a whole bunch of resources in here. Can you see my screen now? I think so.
Yes, I accepted it already.
Oh, you're my first person in the group. Okay, so there's two specials this month from doTERRA, which are pretty good. Let me go to it. Here we go. So if you enroll a new person and they spend 100 PV, which is pretty typical that they would, they'll get a wild orange. And if they spend 200 PV, they'll get a wild orange and a copaiba, which is an oil I'm just learning about that's super trendy. And doTERRA doesn't always stock it because it's hard to keep, it's hard to resource, I guess is the word. So they don't always have it. But if you spend 200, you get the wild orange and the copaiba. So that's a pretty great deal and incentive, I think, for people. And it takes the pressure off us because I'm usually giving people a free something. So now I don't have to because doTERRA will. So that's going on. And then there's another thing, which is if someone enrolled in June, Jessica, I think this includes you because you enrolled in June. Oh. If you do an LRP order in July, which actually I need to train you on how to do, which is the monthly recurring order. If you set that up at 125 PV in July, you get a lifelong vitality kit, which is a kit of 3 supplements. Hold on, I have it. thing in here for it. So this is also a good deal. So say someone joined in June and now they want to place their first order. They get this 3 supplements right here, which is $60 wholesale, but it's like a lot retail. It's like $125 retailer, something like that. And when I went to the doTERRA, that's another thing that happened in June. I went to the doTERRA Wellness Advocate training, and it was really fun. So everyone was raving about this Lifelong Vitality Kit. My husband was in and out, and he's like, I want that Lifelong Vitality Kit. So people love it. People are getting pregnant on it. There's antioxidants in it. And I looked at the ingredients, and they're good. I'm definitely a snob when it comes to this kind of thing. The ingredients look good. I didn't see anything I was concerned about. So Erin, this might apply more to you and I because, and I think it will apply to you personally, Jessica. Like if you enroll in June and you start an LRP in July, you get this stuff. So I'm going to be pushing that for sure. If you enroll someone brand new in July, they get those oils I talked about, the orange and the copaiba. And then I put this video here about the copaiba, and I put an article about copaiba that Marisa made. The article is a little dumbed down because online we can't say as much. So the video has a little bit more in-depth information. Any questions about any of that?
Actually, I don't have a question about that, but I have a question about the webinars because I was on the call with Marisa today, like you were, Bridget, and she was saying how, she doesn't worry about what she says as much on the private groups because it's not monitored as much, but it's still all true, obviously, but we're just so censored most of the time. So like when you're doing your webinars, are you kind of taking that same route, like not being as worried because you're only targeting the webinar to certain people and it's more private or?
Yeah, I say what I want on the webinar, but in general, I don't make fantastical health claims.
Right. But more just like, cause she was saying on the webinar today, she's like, I'm going to say it's going to help your heart because I know it does. But even though we're not really allowed to say that, we say it can support heart health, so stuff like that.
Yeah. And I have been doing some writing lately. Mostly I've written a couple articles like for other people, and I don't really hold back that much, but I back it up, which I don't think they care either way, but I've gotten pretty good at using PubMed lately. So if I say, like whatever is high in antioxidants, I'll have a study to back it up. But I don't know if doTERRA would appreciate that either. But right now I'm a small fly in doTERRA. They're not paying any attention to me. But yeah, there could be a point where, so to answer your question on the webinar, I don't guard what I say. And I don't think Marisa does either.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jessica, I don't think you have a website or anything right now, but just, doTERRA is a very big company and all of us in the medical space cannot make medical claims for anything. So, just something to be aware of. Yeah.
Is there like I know with Rodan and Fields that I do, there's a policy and procedure thing, and they update it occasionally, and I'll read that and make sure that it's not, that I'm not doing anything.
They have that. That's a good question.
I know sometimes with one of the products, people say it's all in the wording of how you say, how you put it up there, you can't say that the lash boost makes your eyelashes grow longer. It appears to be longer. It appears to be darker. It appears to be fuller. And so the wording is what they always are on us for.
Okay. Oh, well, here's a little video about it. I'll just copy this to the Facebook group. So that might help us define what we can and cannot say. Oops.
I sent you a friend request because I looked up the page and I couldn't find the page. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
You shared it with me. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know if I have to type it in exactly uppercase, lowercase, or what, but I couldn't.
I think I made it sort of all one word. I don't know why. I don't see. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that in a sec. Let me see. I'll show you. Whoops. Woohoo. Hello. There's one more little thing. Oh, a couple things. There's a website I ran into, and she trains you on how to do an online business with doTERRA. So I know I've gotten some questions about that. So this lady is doing free resources if you ever want to tag that and go to it. And then this is Marisa's giveaway for July. So Marisa always does a giveaway. It doesn't apply to you yet, Jessica, but it will apply to you, Erin. Those 5 people you enrolled, you can say, hey, if you start an LRP by July 15th, you'll enter to win this raffle. Plus, if you spend $125, right, you'll get your lifelong vitality pack. So those are the 2 things you could tell them.
Okay.
Yeah. And here's a little video on how to do a loyalty reward program you could share with them, because it's always confusing on the back end of doTERRA. So
you sit down, because I think I might start to do this, but I don't have the customer service people that Marisa has, but I know she, like, after someone enrolls and they've been using the oils for like a week or 2, they call and do like a follow-up to show them how to do the LRP order.
Yeah, I think what Marisa does is the same thing I do, which is I send them an email with like some of Marisa's freebies, like how to use 100 uses for oils and stuff. Here's your password, Jessica. So we'll have to train Bekah on how to give people that. And then what was I going to say? And then I'll send them a schedule link to schedule. But not everyone schedules, even some of them that I remind. So yeah, I think it's good to get them scheduled. I don't think she cold calls people. I think that's only if they fill out an interest form that she calls them, is my impression. But yeah, I think it's good to try to get them on the phone. But I think, as Erin, you and I said, it's getting harder to get people on the phone.
Oh my gosh.
They feel like very protective of their time. So I think giving them some of these videos, like how to do an LRP, putting them in the oil camp. Jessica, there's something called oil camp. Did we put you in oil camp?
I don't think so.
I'll put you in oil camp right now. It's like a training that Marisa offers. Make sure this is it. It's a 10-day training. So if you have a new customer, because we're on a special team, she'll let you be. Oops. Oh, it means. Oh, they're asking you to put in your doTERRA number now.
I know. I like to.
Okay, I'll have to ask a different way to get you in. Or once anyway. It's like a 10-day training with little challenges and videos. How do you use your peppermint oil? Did you use it yesterday? And stuff like that. So I think having something to engage them is important. And it's hard, I think, as a new consultant to do all that, to think of all that. So if it's someone you know personally, Jessica, just be like, did you get your oils? Can we talk about like how to use them now? Just keep it simple. We talk to them about the loyalty rewards program as you learn it. But for Erin and I think if they won't get on the phone, to give them something where they start to train. Something I might sign up for is this program called Synduit that I found out about from Another Way. Let me pull it up. Look at this. It has doTERRA funnels already built into it. So I already have a software, but if I get the basic stuff, it's like $60, but they have a funnel for a new customer, a funnel for a new builder. So I could give Jessica a training without, having to, of course I would still meet with Jessica in person, but it would help cover some things for Jessica so that it's more thorough. So I think Erin fell off. Yeah.
I know my internet's been shoddy today. I'm like, stay on as long as you can. I feel like with everybody in the house doing all the iPads and stuff.
Oh, they're all online. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
But that's how they're like being quiet and not coming over here.
They're like, look, Mom, I'm being so good.
I know.
I always tell my son, you have to ask first. But he doesn't always ask first.
I made this list of rules, put them up on the fridge. It was like no electronics till 8 a.m. And if you are on, it's only for an hour. And then you got to do an hour off. And it's like they wake up earlier than I do. And I'm like, how long have you been on that thing?
Yeah, totally. It's a weekend. They're like, bing, I'm up getting on screen before my mom sees me. They're so smart. Totally. Well, since it's just you and me right now, maybe I'll show you how to log in once you get your number.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Somebody was telling me about there's a really good like doTERRA app that is a good resource
There is. I think it's called like Essential Drop or something like that.
Okay. When I went to research it, there were like 3 or 4 of them, and they were like each $7. So I'm like, well, I don't want to pay for each app just to find out it wasn't the right app. So I wasn't sure which one.
I thought it was called like something about the drop, like the Essential Drop. Okay, well, this could be useful for everyone. Oh, last thing I want to mention that's coming up in July. Oh, wait, I'll wait till Erin's back on. There's one more thing coming up. So when you log into doTERRA, usually this is what you'll see first.
Okay.
You'll see the specials of the month here. Mm-hmm. So right now in July, if you spend $125, you'll get a free cedarwood, which is one of my favorite oils. I'm super stoked about this one.
Oh, cool.
It's so nice for your skin. It makes you feel confident and grounded. It lowers cortisol. It's a really nice oil. And then here's this other special we learned about, which is, oops. Here you go. So you can click on any of these. So here's our wild orange and copaiba special we talked about earlier, and there's a handout. So if you have someone who's thinking about it, you can send them maybe this flyer and say, hey, remember this is the special this month, and it's through the 31st only, whatever. So here's where you can look up all the products. There's different bits of literature. There's a blog. I think the blog's somewhere else. Where's the blog? I don't know. It's around here somewhere. But here's all the products. And then this is my loyalty reward. So right now you don't have a loyalty order. So you're going to have to use this purple button to create a new one.
Okay.
And I'll just show you the inside of mine right now. So mine already sent for July, sent yesterday. And this is all the stuff I ordered.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want all of it next month. So I have to go in, put in some stuff I want, and erase some things that I don't want.
Is it like 5 days before your order ships is when you have to make the changes or something like that?
I think you can change it up until like the day before.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe make a little note. And you also need to get your loyalty going. I'd really like you to get it going by the 15th. So the 15th is when you qualify for a free oil.
Okay.
And so you get the cedarwood oil and you'll get the lifelong vitality pack. So they should both auto-populate in your cart. So it'll be a pretty nice gift set for you. So this is what the vitality pack looks like. And it's $80. You don't have to get this. I'm just showing you. And it comes with 3 supplements, but you can add in these other supplements at a deep discount if you buy it. So some people buy these 3 things and they're like, I also want digestive enzymes. And you add that in for $20.
Okay.
So my husband likes this Max. It's like an energy supplement. So I gave him that one. I ordered these brochures for our parties we're doing. This myrrh oil, I'm not ordering again for like 2 years. So I'll take that away. That's her thyroid. So yeah, if your cart drops too low, it'll kind of like tell you need to refill it.
Okay. Just trying to look real quick to see what info I had with the doTERRA stuff. I don't think I have. Yeah.
You don't have your password and stuff.
Yeah, I think I need to.
You might have forgot to.
Here, Bridget. I'll email Bekah.
Let me just erase some more stuff. So yeah, you just go in and edit, and you can change the date you want it, but definitely go in and do it, because say you are to sell a couple of things this month, you won't get paid unless you have this loyalty going in your system. Okay. Honestly, I come in here like 3 times a month and change it, which is super dorky. But like, I'm like, oh, I really want this oil. And then I'm like, no, I really should get this oil first. I'll just go and change it like a bunch of times.
That's similar to Rodan and Field. So that I feel comfortable with.
Okay.
And stuff like that. With what's it called? Rodan and Fields, like, they give me an email like 5 days before my order and to remind me like, hey, you might want to switch it up, even though I may have been on like a few other times before that, trying to figure out like what exactly it is that I wanted that month. And then And then I think I could change it up until the day before, so like that all to me feels very
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when you sign up, you can sign up for a text reminder too, if you want. So I just get the email reminder, but you can sign up.
So with the back end piece, or like when you have customers or people that have signed up not to be a wellness advocate, but just to purchase from you, do you manage any of their stuff, or they take care of all their own stuff? Like, do you have a way of seeing like who's on your, like what customers you have?
Yeah, I can show you how to see what customers you have, but but you cannot, you can't go in and order for them without their password. So it's a good idea to actually save people's passwords when you're setting up an account for them, because that way, like later, if they're having some kind of crisis and they're crabby, you can go in and fix it without a lot of trouble. So yes,
most of my Rodan fields, well, I'd say maybe a little over half, I set up their account for them. I have their passwords. They don't even know their password. Well, I send it to them, but they don't ever get on their account because I just take care of everything on my end. So like, I'll just remind them each month, like, hey, order's coming up. Is there anything that you'd like? Is that kind of how this works too? I don't think it's necessarily, it's not the way Rodan Fields promotes you doing it, but it just gives that little extra like customer service, if you will, towards your customers so they don't have to worry about anything. And they have other ones who they just went on my website and signed up for whatever they wanted to sign up for, and they manage everything. I just check in with them every so often, like, hey, how are the products working for you?
Okay. Yeah, I think it's ideal if you teach them how to get into their own account, and then just help them as needed. I don't have anyone right now who's just a customer who I go in to help. But Erin and I are a little unique because a lot of our customers are like, we don't know as well as some other people. But yeah, I would say you want to teach them, but Marisa does do a lot to help. Just like Bekah enrolled you and you didn't have to do it. Mm-hmm. You can help people because the doTERRA website is not the most like modern. It's a little bit old fashioned. So sometimes people get frustrated before they finish their order. So here's your back office. So when you go in, Jessica, you'll see this menu here with probably your name on the top. Mm-hmm. And you go in your back office. So you were asking how to see your customers, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this will let you see them, but again, it won't let you access their ordering.
Okay.
So here's our little team. And then I'll make the other announcement for July, and then maybe you can wrap it up so I don't keep you guys.
Sorry for the dinging. This thing is right next to me.
Oh, it's okay. Oops. Okay, so this is Erin, I think. That's Erin. Hello. Oh, there we go. There's Erin and Erin's team. I'll unmute you, Erin. Oh my goodness. Sorry. And where's Bekah? Sorry, usually it behaves a little better when that's Rita Marie. That's not Bekah. Here's Bekah. There she is. There's Bekah. And there, let's see where you are, Jessica. There's you. Yeah. So you have all these customers under you that Jessica enrolled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But really what we want for you is builders under you. Okay. So you generally want to put, like Erin's a pretty good example, I think, Erin, right? You have Rita Marie as a builder.
And then right now I have 2 ghost builders.
Who are they all?
Just on my first line, it's Todd and Ella.
Okay.
I'm saving those for some really good builders that I know will do a good job. So I didn't want to just put anyone in there.
So yeah, Erin did something strategic that was probably smart, which is probably the same conversation you and I should have, Jessica, is like, how much of a business do you plan to make this? Are you planning to just sell to a few friends and like if you make a few $100, that's fine? Or are you really wanting to like make this income for you? And so if somebody really wants to make it an income, these are good people to have right under you. And then people who don't really want to make it as much of a thing can be under them. And that can be a little hard to get all that to happen in the order and time frame you want it to. So you can put in a fake person like Erin did until she finds those. He's a real person, hopefully.
He's a real person.
He's not really building doTERRA. He's just taking up space. And then when she finds someone who's a good builder who wants to make a business of it, she'll switch them out. So when that person comes in, they'll already have some team under them, which is pretty great. Yeah, so this is sort of our team. You won't see all this on your back end. You'll just see you at the top. So that's me at the top, and I see who's under me, and then you'll see you at the top, and as you slowly grow. So these little people in green are customers, and these purple people are builders. And I think you can see, go ahead.
Customers, so there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that branch off?
Yeah.
And then do I ever do anything with them, or they just sit underneath there?
You don't really have to right now because they're Bekah's enrollments, and she has a relationship with them. But there could be a point in time where Bekah will ask for your help with, she gets someone who does want to have a team, and she'll ask for your help with that customer, that builder. But right now, you don't have to do anything. Yeah. And that was very confusing for me in the beginning. I'm like,
I gotta help them, talk to them. What like, do they need something?
Well, when you enroll your own, that's when, like when they're not from, is it Bekah or Rebecca? And they're your own enrollments, that's when you want to nurture them because no one else is going to do it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, these 5 people, here, I'll click on one of them to show you. So they were enrolled by Bekah. And right now, Bekah makes the fast start money for them. And they're just sitting under you. You don't really, they don't know they're under you.
Okay.
And it'll probably stay that way for these customers indefinitely. There are some other situations where Bekah may want to give up the enrollment ship, so to speak, to you, like if it's someone that you want to build your team with. But right now, don't worry about that. But what we do want to start thinking about quickly is you getting a few people under you who want to build a business. Because how we tried to show those levels earlier, how you go up, probably similar to your skincare company, is you have to have some teams under you that have volume of customers under them. So you having 25 customers under you, it actually will eventually inhibit you from going up. You need to have some team under you. So, they don't have to be super knowledgeable yet about doTERRA. They just have to want it and understand what they're getting into and do the work, basically.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions about this?
Nope. I think I'm good on that.
Okay.
I do have to leave right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have to go take them somewhere, but
okay. Yeah, I'm going to put up on the group about the book. There's probably going to be a BOGO special this month, buy one, get one. So I'll tell Erin about it, but just go ahead and run and look for that on the group.
Awesome. Okay. And then we should probably reconvene to go
let's talk again. I'll send you the email to make sure you know how to do the list of 100, and then we'll get together to start talking about it. Thank you. Thanks for coming today.
You guys. Sorry I have to leave a little bit early. Erin, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Talk to you guys. Have a good 4th.
You too.
Bye.
Oh, so cute. Okay, I'll just tell you about the BOGO, and then we can start finishing up. So there's probably going to be a BOGO at the end of July. You knew that, right? Oh,
yes.
Marisa said that this morning. Yeah. So have you been through a BOGO?
When I joined on in February, I joined the week they did it.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't really like doing anything yet,
But you watched it. Okay. So just for people listening and for you, you can get a BOGO as a retail customer or a wholesale customer. It's to buy first oil and then to get second oil free. So it'll instance be buy a peppermint, get a free lemon oil or whatever. So it's always buy one, get one. But if you buy retail, that peppermint will be more expensive. And if it's wholesale, it'll be cheaper. Obviously, it's better to get people to be wholesale customers. So I guess there's 3 populations. One would be your already customers. They can go on and order. All they do is put the peppermint in their cart and the lemon will populate. So there's nothing to do, so to speak.
And would they do an LRP order for it or a one-time?
I don't think you can do LRP or any credit. I don't know, because it's like a one-time order. So anything that's a one-time order cannot be in your, well, let me see. I wonder if there's a way if you said process now, maybe. I'll have to look that up for you.
Because I know I'll get asked. People will be like, I want to get points for this, you know.
I did share a video on YouTube about BOGO week, but I hadn't had time to watch it before I came on this call. So I'll check on that if they can use an LRP. I don't think so, though. I'm not sure. And you can order up to 5 on any one day, and you have to pay for shipping each day. So I think some consultants do some fancy way where they do a group buy and then all this one address and then they ship it back out to you. That's way too complicated for me.
Wow.
So
okay.
You just pay for shipping every day and you just do the economy shipping. So it's pretty exciting. And Marisa puts out a lot of graphics and she does a special BOGO Facebook week. It's probably easiest to just invite people to join her BOGO Facebook group. And then every day she's announcing it and she's sharing about what the oils do.
Okay.
So you can do it that way. What I did last time, which was a heck of a lot of work, was I had people sign up to hear about BOGO week. And then every morning I had to get up with crack of dawn to put in my graphic, make a video, make a newsletter, and send it out. It was tiring. So I don't know what I'll do this time.
Did you get a lot of sales from BOGO week?
I got some sales, yeah. But I didn't get that many memberships. I don't think. It was my first month. And
you were new too, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll do better with it this time. So there's customers that you already have. There's potential like customers you can get on wholesale and then the retail.
Okay.
Which obviously never is good to get retail. But so I don't know, maybe just say, hey, if you know you're going to want to get a few oils this week, it's worth it to get the membership so you get them all cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I can really think of to make it sound.
I think Marisa says she might send through some like email scripts too.
Yeah, she makes like a little packet with like some write up and a graphic.
Okay.
So that's even though she already did all that, it was still seemed to be tiring for me.
Yeah.
I was doing a video. I don't know why I was doing that. I should have skipped that. And I was also like, oh, I have to do it like as soon as I wake up. I don't know why I thought that. Silly. So I think there's ways to make it simpler. And her Facebook group has some raffles and whatever. So that's a pretty simple way. So up to you.
Okay. I'm excited.
I know. I think it's a good way to get some volume and create some excitement for sure. Cool. Anything else?
I'm good on my side.
Okay, I'm good on my side too. So I'll start putting these videos in the Facebook group and that YouTube channel I made. And I'll look up your thing about can they do BOGO and LRP. I think we still have a little time to figure it out.
All right, cool.
All right. Thanks, Erin.
All right, bye.